Hi, my name is Mary Mealy and I am from the Evolved Education Company, which provides tutoring for pre-K through college. And I'm here today to talk to you about memorization tactics for the GRE. Before we begin talking about them, I want you to think about your learning style. There are 8 different learning styles, and I want you to see which one you fit into. The first one is bodily kinesthetic. So does that mean that you need to do something in order to learn it? Maybe you need to flip through note cards or write down information in an active way to learn it. The next one is spatial. So do you need to put things together on a mat or some kind of graphic organizer to really learn it? The next one is musical. Do you need to listen to something and view it on a video, or do you need to hear it in a rhythm in order to acquire the information? The next one is going to be linguistic. So you are going to maybe have to say out loud what you know, or maybe you need to read it in text form. And the very next is going to be logical mathematical. Maybe you are a sequence person, you really get numbers and you need to write down the steps of a problem. Is that you? The next one is interpersonal. So maybe you need to be the kind of person who learns the information from others, or you need to actually talk to someone else to share the information that you know to really acquire it. And the last is intrapersonal, which means that you learn best on your own. Maybe you need to talk to yourself a little bit about what you know, or maybe you prefer to be in a closed, quiet environment in order to learn. The other one that is important also to figure out is if you are a naturalist, and that means that you will be learning best when you're outdoors in an outdoor environment, as opposed to perhaps within the 4 walls of your own office space. Okay, so once you actually have your learning styles down, then you can go into your memorization tactics. And your memorization tactics have to be thought of in terms of your learning style. So if you're a kinesthetic learner, that means that you'll maybe go through your memorization tactics in a more kinesthetic way, by doing as opposed to by passively reading. If you have an interpersonal learning style, then you're going to want to interact with others and maybe form a team of steady people who are going to come around and learn. So these are just ideas that you're going to reach out and find out more about as you go through your studying process. Okay, so now let's get down to the memory tactics that you need to use in order to really master this test. The first one is going to be one that's going to help you memorize the math facts that you need to know. So this is a really great strategy to use for any facts that you need to know in the test, including math. You'll make a 2-column sheet in order to learn your formulas. On the right-hand side, you're going to put all of the different types of formulas that you need to know. And on the left-hand side, you're going to put all of the names of the formulas, or perhaps questions that will elicit those formulas. You will cover up the right-hand side of the document and go systematically through memorizing 1 and then 2, and then you're going to review 1 and 2 before adding number 3. Then you're going to go and review 1, 2, 3, and then add number 4. So this is the process that you want to take in order to obtain facts for this particular test. That's called the 1-2 review. In order to learn the strategies that you need to learn for the test, I suggest taking a whole entire checklist type sheet and list out all of the different types of questions that you're going to have to learn. Go systematically through each type of question and list the types of strategies that you need to know to solve each of these problems. Then what I want you to do is go and use that 1-2 review to really learn the strategies for the reading comprehension questions, for the sentence completion questions, for the mathematical quantitative A versus column B type questions, and for the writing type questions. So systematically go through, make sure you know all of the key strategies using the 1-2 review. In terms of your own practice, when you are practicing the GRE, you will want to take note of all of your errors. And I suggest doing this on a PowerPoint or on a Word document where you record the type of question as well as the strategy you used to solve the actual problem. So you then will go through the 1-2 review process to make sure that you have acquired all of the information you need over time. In terms of how much time you do need to study, I would say it's important not to cram in information. That's another very important memory tactic. Do not expect your brain to hold information in mind over time and only give yourself a couple of weeks to really learn the information. So again, give yourself time, use the 1-2 review, and make sure that you keep a very close list of all of your errors so that you can study them over time as well.